Hey everybody, I'm Becca Salmon and this is Southern Horse Talk, and welcome back to our first episode actually on Blab with horse happenings around the Southeast with Stephanie Fisher on Southern Horse Talk. And we're so excited to be doing it live this morning. And on the line already on the Blab, I've got Stephanie Fisher down here in this bottom box and Rowena Healy in the top box beside me. Welcome guys, how you doing?
Doing great. Thank you for having us.
Doing good.
Awesome. Well, Blab is a really awesome social media marketing tool that's come out, and it's kind of surpassing a lot of the things with Meerkat and Periscope, and it puts a lot of the different tools together in one. And I think everybody's really liking it and jumping onto it. And you can see on the right-hand side that you have the conversation going there, and you've got some people joining. You can make comments there, and you can ask a question by doing /Q and adding your question. And on the left-hand side, you're supposed to be able to share it out. I'm not sure what y'all see. I don't see the share buttons right now, but you may see like a Facebook or a Twitter share. Do you see that, Rowena?
I am looking right now. I am going to do a Twitter share, matter of fact, right now.
And that's
awesome. Thanks for doing that. Okay, so every month we talk to Stephanie Fisher. She lives down in South Alabama, and she tracks equine events around the Southeast. She has a Facebook group called Local Equestrian Events. And please, if you have events that you want to have mentioned on this Blab, send them to Stephanie in advance. Do it before the first of the month so we can be prepared. Okay. Now, Stephanie, tell us what's going on down there in your area.
Well, May is a very busy month. And I apologize. I kind of have to look at my computer over here. So there is a page, Local Equestrian Events, on Facebook, and it is for events that happen all throughout the Southeast. We mainly cover Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana. So if you are in any of those states, please share your events. It doesn't matter what they are: barrel racing, eventing, dressage, trail riding, whatever you're into, share your events. So in May, I guess the big thing that we have coming up in May, as far as in the eventing world, is May 7th and 8th is Poplar Place horse trials. Poplar Place, again, I mention them every month. They're in Hamilton, Georgia. Very, very nice facility over there. Then the 14th and 15th in May is the USDF recognized show in Memphis actually it's in Hernando, Mississippi. That must be just over the border. It's at Mid-South Riding Academy. And then also May 14th, we have an eventing derby at Lanyap Farms in Folsom, Louisiana. The 21st and 22nd, Poplar Dressage Show at Poplar Farms. Also the 21st and the 22nd at Chattahoochee Park it's also in Georgia. It's horse trials. So the same weekend you have two big events in Georgia. One is just straight dressage and the other is a horse trials. The 21st, Cedar Wind School and Show in Oxford, Mississippi. And then we have an event Western Dressage Clinic hosted by the Birmingham Dressage Combined Training Association. That will be in Birmingham, Alabama. The 28th and 29th of May is Chat Heels Dressage, and that's in Chattahoochee, Georgia. The 28th and 29th, LeBon Temps Dressage Show, Serenity Farms, Folsom, Louisiana. And that is a straight dressage show, and it will be a recognized show as well. And then the 22nd of May is Sandstone Equestrian Center right here in Mobile, Alabama. It's a school and show. Our judge will be Sarah Warner, who is a Big L judge. So if you need scores for any year-end awards, your scores will count. So moving on from the eventing world, in Hunter Jumper, we have a huge Louisiana Classic being held in Folsom, Louisiana. It goes on basically May 4th through the 15th. And then we have two Alabama Hunter Jumper Association shows. which I'm sure Rowena can tell you more about those. One is on May 14th. It is Fox Lake Show. I think it's just a hunter show. Then the 21st and 22nd is at River Pine. That looks like a hunter and jumper show. And I'm sure Rowena can tell you much more about those. Then competitive trail in May 7th, we have AOCS at Spring Haven Stables in Albertville, Alabama. And then May 21st in Theodore, Alabama, we have an AOCS at Amazing Gates. Let's see.
Awesome.
May the 7th, we have 2 open horse shows. We have the GCA in Mobile, and then we have South Mississippi Horse Show and Rodeo Association at Harrison Fairgrounds. Looks like we have a barrel run on the 14th of May in Wiggins, Mississippi. It's the NBHA. And then clinics, it looks like.
Hey, Stephanie. Stephanie, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me? Your audio is kind of going in and out, and sometimes we're losing your video. Can you get off and call back in and see if it's better?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Now, Rowena, while she's doing that, why don't you tell us a little bit about El Gazira?
I certainly will. And I also wanted to point it out.
Whoops. I didn't mean to do that.
Well, I lost my buddies there, but we're going to get them back in. Here we go.
Hey there, Becca.
Hey, sorry we lost you. You're back.
No problem. When she cut off, it cut me off. So we'll learn not to do that next time, maybe. What I've got is I wanted to follow up on something that Stephanie was saying at Poplar Place this month. I have to look at my phone calendar. On May 14th and 15th, the U.S. Pony Club South Region is having their show jumping. So my son, for the first time, is participating in that, and I look forward to being back at Poplar Place. What I've got sorry, Becca. What I've got for El Gazira Riding Academy,
go
there is
go ahead.
There is an adult camp May 11th, 12th, and 13th at El Gazira Riding Academy in Harpersville. And you can find out more details about that on our Facebook page. So those are adults, primarily women, that are having a great time. You don't spend the night. You go out during the day. You do all your horse lessons. And then later in the afternoon, you've broken things down. And the women usually get together for some cocktails. Can't miss that, right? And a little bit of dinner. So they're socializing as well as fun times with your horses. Did you want me to talk about the other events coming up at El Gazira in June?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Can y'all see this? I've got this flyer, and I'll post it. It is a camp flyer at El Gazira Riding Academy. They do week-long camps. It's 5 days, 6 nights. And the dates are June 5th through 11th, June 19th through 25th, and July 10th through 16th. And we think, I'm going to look at my notes, kind of like Stephanie has to look at her computer. I'm going to be looking at my notes. I'm a little bit more old-fashioned. I had to type them and print them out. But it is a full 5 days and 6 nights. They are week-long camps. The kids spend the night. You have beginner, intermediate, and advanced riders. We believe it's the only camp in the state, maybe in the southeast, that does it as a full week, spend the night, totally focused on horses. 2 lessons a day. We have one in the morning and one in the afternoon with Miss Pam Ibrahim. And if you don't know of Miss Pam, she's been in the industry for over 30 years. She used to be the equestrian coach at Judson College. And for 30 years, she's been a certified PATH instructor, international PATH instructor for special equestrians, where she has been a volunteer for 30 years. She's quite an amazing woman. 30 years every Sunday, she dedicates her life to special equestrians. But going back to the camps, what they do is not only your regular lessons on the horses, but they also put together drill teams. So the camp is divided into 2 different drill teams, and they practice that every day. There's also lectures on horsemanship. Each camper will take a test at the end of the program, and again, something unique for El Gazira and what Miss Pam has brought to the table. So she has a test for beginners, intermediate, and advanced, and you actually get a certificate with that. These are El Gazira certificates. They're not through an association, but she very much mirrors it to certifications that you would receive through Pony Club and things like that. You can learn more about that at their website, www.elgazira.com. The other feature that's really important is her dedication to education. It's all about horsemanship, learning all the fundamentals, and then being able to apply them. From sunup to sundown, this is her quote, it's all about education. And I thought you'd find that pretty interesting, Becca. I know you're into little phrases, the horse happenings around the Southeast and things like that. But from sun up to sundown, it's all about horsemanship and education. I thought that was pretty cute. A camper comes in as raw material. That's the way Pam describes it, and gains tons of horse knowledge and learns a lot. And there's nothing quite like it. At the end of camp, there is camp presentation, and that includes different things. Miss Pam will give out awards. The awards go for things like most improved, hardest worker, horsemanship award. Who wouldn't want to win the horsemanship award? But it's given to one camper. Also at the camper's presentation, you will have the 2 drill teams performed. So they have worked on choreographed routines. They've worked hard on those all week long. They've identified 2 key team captains. So Miss Pam and the other campers pick the team captains. And of course, you can imagine they're probably the more experienced riders, but it's the riders that the kids like to follow and have fun with. So these team captains put together the choreographed routine. The kids practice a routine all week, and then they're in the competition, and the 2 teams are judged. It's not Miss Pam, it's an outside judge, and they win ribbons for that. And last year when my son participated in it, he got on the drill team that was 2nd place. So this is his 2nd place ribbon. The camps have counselors, so you can become a counselor at camp or a counselor in training at camp. That's a CIT. And so the counselors in training and the captains are, reaching out to the younger riders. They're teaching them horsemanship. They're being responsible for other children and not just looking at themselves. Right. And you can imagine all the life lessons they learn from that. Later, Becca, I will post a link to an article that came out in the 280 Reporter about horsemanship and learning life lessons. It's really a neat article on that. And there's also an article that's out about special equestrians. And if no one is familiar with that, I'll post that link for you as well.
Awesome.
So immediately following these camper presentations, they have horse shows. The first horse show will be a schooling show. That's the one on June 11th, and all riders are welcome to that. Starts at 9 o'clock, and you just need to contact El Gazira, Miss Pam, and let her know you're going to be participating in that show. But the next 2 shows are rated shows from the Alabama Hunter Jumper Association, and those dates are June 25th and July 16th. So both of those are the rated shows. Again, we welcome everyone from beginning riders to more experienced riders, and it is and both of those are jumping shows.
Cool. So is that all you have for El Gazira right now?
I think so. Let me look at one more thing.
Okay.
The certificate program I mentioned, and the counselors. And if anyone wanted to become a trainer, it'd be definitely advantageous for them to go through the camps at El Gazira and earn their certifications and go through counselor and training program and go through counselor program. And you can find out more information about that. We have not only the website that I had mentioned earlier, but we have a Facebook page and we have a Facebook group. So it'd be facebook.com/El Gazira Riding Academy. And I can post about that as well.
Awesome. Yeah, I know Pam as well. I've worked with her in the past, and she really has a great reputation.
Well, you actually introduced me to her.
Yeah.
If you remember, you introduced me to her.
That's right. And, she has a really great reputation of developing horsemen from the ground up. And she has lots of people come for those camps and lessons from all over. And the summer camps especially, I think she even has people come from other countries. Is that right?
She does. I remember that last summer she had someone from England, I think it was, and maybe from Germany. I know she has this summer a girl coming in from Colorado, and we've had quite a bit of interest on our Facebook. It's kind of interesting, riders that have never ridden before. So they go out for a lesson or two with Miss Pam in advance, and then they get signed up for camp. But you're right. Students come back year after year after year, and they hone their skills during the course of the year, and then they want to develop those further in camp, and then they want to show off at the horse show, of course.
That's awesome. So, well, let me just tell people that we lost Stephanie, not necessarily because of technology, although she was having problems with her audio and her video, but she's had an emergency. So she's not coming back on because she had to go take care of an emergency. So now it's the Rowena show.
Okay. Thank you. I wasn't planning on that. I have to be honest, Becca, I have been quite nervous about this presentation today.
Yeah.
That's why I had to type out my notes. I have been only in the horse industry for just over a year because of you. My son started inquiring about riding when he was in second grade. And he forced me, basically, his name is Preston, he forced me to learn about the horse industry. And I went to a couple different barns that are near where I live in Trussville, Alabama. And then I was doing a lot of online searching, and I found Becca with Alabama Horse Talk, and we started to communicate via social media. And then she said, well, let me meet you in person. And so we met, and you did, if you recall, I think it was 2 summers ago, you did an interview of Preston at Lachlan Farm. And then you immediately followed up with that, and you said, let me introduce you to Pam at El Gazira. And you did a 25th anniversary special.
Yeah.
El Gazira was celebrating their 25th anniversary, and you did a interview, and you did a wonderful video that promoted, their anniversary, the kids that go there, former riders. I know it was live video that you did at the time because they had a 25th anniversary little gathering at the clubhouse after one of the camps. And I got to see you again there.
Yeah.
And our involvement, your involvement really with the Horse Council, the Alabama Horse Council. And remind me of some of that and how we went to the horse show in Montgomery, the Alabama Horse Show in Montgomery. Remember
the horse fair?
Yeah, sorry, the horse fair, right?
Yes. Yeah.
See, here it is. I'm getting my lingo all messed up.
Well, that's okay. Yeah, the horse fair is really great to meet some of your friends that you see online, but you never really meet them in real life. So, when you go down there every year, you can actually meet them and talk to them in person. So that's great. We've done a lot, I guess, in these past couple of years of getting to know each other. And I'm so proud of Preston. What is he, 10 now? How old is he?
He is 10. He turned 10 in March.
Yeah, because when I met him, he was 8, and I was so impressed that he could canter bareback. I remember that. At 8 years old, I still can't do that.
Well, he would love to ride bareback more often. I don't know what the thrill of that is. As you know, I've not been on a horse, so I wouldn't know. But at El Gazira, they don't get to do that hardly ever. It's in the saddle, and it's English riding. And, he says, I just wanted to go run that horse in the pasture, Mom, So maybe he'll have a chance.
Something about sitting on a horse bareback it's really special. You feel like maybe you're just one with the horse or something. I don't know. Okay. It's just a special feeling. But so let's talk a little bit about technology and how that's coming into the horse industry, because you kind of were outside the horse industry and you're a little bit into it now. What do you see as a marketing professional and how people can use this to further their businesses?
Well, what I think is great is your Southern Horse Talk group, because people can post pictures and videos to that group from wherever they are throughout the Southeast, really, right, Becca?
Right.
And so what I've done is, Yeah, what I've done is when I've gone to different horse shows, whether they're with Preston or we've gone to University of Alabama versus Auburn's meet, we went to the Georgia International Park to see Pony Club dressage rally, went to Poplar Place to see a Pony Club eventing rally. I just took video and photos and interviewed people and posted them to the group. And it was really exciting because then I started to have engagement from other people around the Southeast. They would talk about Poplar Place. They would talk about their Pony Club alumni, or go to this restaurant, go to this hotel, be sure you check out this location. So it was real conversation going on. The last post that I did was the one that I mentioned earlier was Special Equestrians. And Special Equestrians is a PATH program here in Birmingham, Alabama. It was started 30 years ago by Rita Mendel. She is the owner of Carousel Tack Shop in Birmingham. And she met Pam Ibrahim 30 years ago and saw that there was a real need for this in Alabama. Rita had come from New York and knew of this type of program, but there was not one in Alabama as far as I understand it. So they started Special Equestrians 30 years ago, and they had their fundraising gala last weekend. Is it that I was posting, Becca? I think I'm getting myself confused. I've got weekend, but it was last weekend. And what they did was a gambler's choice ride with 5 very experienced riders. See if I can remember their names. There was Cleo Bagwell, Barbara Barclay, Aubrey Torres, Hayden Kent, and Claire Allison. And so it was a fun way to not only demonstrate jumping at a high level. I have some videos of that also on the El Gazera Facebook page. But to do a parade of horses and riders that are from Special Equestrians. And then they did a salute and honor to Miss Rita for starting the organization 30 years ago and highlighted really what the charity and organization has done for these children through the last, year. And I don't know how many horses that they have. Their program is very inexpensive. They have a lot of sponsors to keep the costs down, and the volunteers, I can't even imagine how many volunteers they have. I see volunteers continuously, a lot. Like I said, Miss Pam is a certified international instructor with them, and she volunteers every Sunday. She's out there about noon, and I don't think she comes back till about 6 or 6:30. So it's a long day of volunteering out there, but it's well worth it. Such a worthy cause.
Well, I was so happy that you went and covered that. I wish I could have gone, but I couldn't go. But, having people like you out there with their smartphones or whatever kind of camera they want to take, if they share it back on Southern Horse Talk group, it gets the word out. It's just,
right.
I try to tell people, whip out your smartphone wherever you are, start filming, start taking pictures, and post. That's where you're going to get engagement.
Well, not only on the Southern Horse Talk group where I can post to, but I've seen you take some of those posts and then share them to the page. So you have a Southern Horse Talk page, you have the Alabama Horse Talk page, and then, of course, live video streaming like this and conversations. I don't know anyone else that's doing this in the industry. I
think we're one of the pioneers.
Okay. Well,
we're figuring it out as it goes.
Yeah, this is my first blab, so I appreciate you inviting me to it. I hope that you will invite me again. I'd like to get Pam on your show, and maybe we can do something live from the barn. And,
yes, I would like to have people, talk to me from their barns with the horses in the background. Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. 9 o'clock in the morning. It's an hour away from where I live, so I'm going to have to boogie down there.
Oh, okay. We'll change the time.
That's right. Maybe make it 12 o'clock. I'll be a little bit better. But the other thing that's cool about this is I signed in through my Twitter account, which is at marketing247net. And you can see my handle here. But I tweeted this at the beginning to let all my Twitter followers know that this is live and they can check in with us and join the conversation. But also I posted it on my Facebook. So I not only posted it to my personal Facebook profile. I have a company page that's Marketing 24/7. I tagged the El Gazira. I tagged the Southern Horse Talk. So Facebook, Twitter, and Blab are really impressive tools. I know you're using YouTube also, and you set up a YouTube channel for different folks, and you do YouTube videos. I know you did one for El Gazira, and I just love that video. It's a 25th anniversary video, and it's just so meaningful for so many people.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm calling my YouTube channel Southern Horse Talk TV. Of course,
Awesome.
you know, now with Blab going, maybe it should be Southern Horse Talk TV over here. But, you know, of course, with Blab, the great thing about it is, you know, we're recording right now. And once this is over, they will email me the audio, the video, and the embed code. So I can take the Blab and put it on my website or put it wherever I want to put it.
Okay.
And that's something you don't really get with Periscope. And, of course, with Periscope, you know, it disappears after 24 hours. But not with this. You actually have your recording, which is what everybody needs. So I'm really
excited.
We're going to be able
We're going to make this a link on your website on the southernhorsetalk.com.
Sure. Yeah. And Alabama Horse Talk as well. Yes.
Okay.
So, you know, I'll post make a post and I'll have the embed code on there and it'll show up with the Blab box where people can watch it right there on the website.
Okay.
They don't have to come
and so
to
it
Blab.
Doesn't go away until you delete it per se, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm really not sure. It may just stay on there permanently because when you go to my Southern Horse Talk page here on Blab, you can see my past Blabs. So I don't know how long they last though. So hopefully it'll be forever.
So what are the other kind of talks that you're doing on Blab? What can people expect? This is Horse Happenings Around the Southeast. I think you're doing that monthly with Stephanie. Is that correct?
Yes. Well, we've been doing it monthly, pre-recorded on Skype or FaceTime, which are other options. If people don't, you know, feel comfortable doing Blab, they can still record with me. But, you know, I'm trying to transition all my different quote shows onto Blab because it's easier for me where I don't have to edit the show. It's just automatically, recorded. You don't have to go back and edit it before you put it out. And that speeds up the process of getting the word out. So that's why I like it. Okay. But, you know, Horse Happenings Around the Southeast with Stephanie Fisher. There's Horse Happenings in Oklahoma with Ashley McKenzie. Oh. There's Horse Happenings in Georgia with June Brewer. Those are all my Horse Happenings right now, and I'm trying to transition to Blab with them. Then I have Vet Call with Dr. E. I have not even talked to him yet about Blab, so hopefully he'll be keen to do that. And a Savvy Social Media with Monica Yother. And she's been going through some personal challenges with her mom. And cancer. So she's been kind of out of the picture for a couple of months, but she's coming back. Okay. And gosh, there's several others. So you know, just go to Southern Horse Talk and look for the shows there. We're going to make a page that has the shows and all the ways that you can connect to the shows eventually. It's not there now, but
if people have ideas for different shows and different topics, how can they communicate that to you?
Definitely. They email me at becca@southernhorsetalk.com. Contact me on Facebook. You know, Southern Horse Talk page or Alabama Horse Talk page. Any way that you can get me. Okay. Call me at 205-677-6070. And yeah, I'm game for trying any kind of show as long as we're getting the word out about the horse industry, because that's what Southern Horse Talk is all about, is sharing and promoting the Southern equine lifestyle that we all love as horse lovers. You know, so from Texas all the way up to Virginia, we're trying to cover all of that. So it's going to take a while to get it up there.
So spread out. Absolutely. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Since Pam is so into education, she's a 30-year certified path instructor. She has those certificate programs, maybe something on horsemanship. Maybe
Definitely.
It's once a month type of interview. I don't know if you'd be interested in something like that, but I can inquire with her. My son has a horseback riding lesson this afternoon, so I'll be at El Gazira.
Awesome. Yeah, talk to her about it. And she wasn't too keen when I was interviewing her to be on camera, but she might get used to it. She might get to be a star. Well, I can't believe we've talked over 30 minutes on this Blab.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you know, some Blabs actually they can go up to 6 hours, and I don't want to do that. Okay, I don't want to keep it short and sweet and get the word out and then come back again. So
absolutely.
I want to thank you for coming on today to share. I'm glad you were here because, you know, Stephanie had to drop out. So we actually had a show.
Well, what is the good thing, Becca, I know that she has her listing and she produces it in a Word document. Maybe she
Yes.
can provide that to you, and maybe you can list it somewhere and let us know where it is, because she has wonderful events, and I'd hate to miss out on some of those events that she was mentioning for May and June.
Yeah. Well, she's already texted me. We're going to be doing this again. So
Okay,
we'll get it out there one way or the other. And
Okay.
folks, you can still go to a local equestrian events group on Facebook and check out the events that Stephanie posts there, and also send your events to Stephanie so she can get them here on Horse Happenings Around the Southeast with Stephanie Fisher on Southern Horse Talk. It's a mouthful.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. And Rowena, I think you have to get off first, and then I'll get off last. But otherwise, the blab just continues. So we'll see you next time, and hopefully we'll have Pam on here in the future. And I really appreciate you. Oh, and let me just also say, folks, go over to Southern Horse Talk Facebook group and join there. Join the conversation, share your pics, your videos, and your Southern Equine lifestyle with us. And also go over to YouTube, subscribe so you can get updates of the shows coming out. All right. Thanks so much, Rowena. I appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you.
Talk to you soon. Bye. All right, folks, that's it. Thank you for joining. Thanks for showing up, and we'll see you next time on Southern Horse Talk.